first place. And with such a small window to work with, it will be no easy task saving them all. So, no pressure. Now, get back there and try not to end the world while trying to save it.
There I am. Now let me get everybody else's audio working. There we go. Welcome everybody to Doom Clock. That sounds weird to say. I had to stop for a second and think about it. Hey everybody, it's finally happening. It is the debut of our Shiver ttrpg actual play Twitch stream and podcast. Whether you are watching this live or listening to this in podcast format, thank you all so much for coming and enjoying this content, hopefully. And why don't we, real quick, start off by just going around the table, and we'll have everybody kind of, in case you missed Session 0, I know Session 0s aren't everybody's thing to listen to, and, while character building and things like that. So we'll just maybe do who you are, and then character name, anything you want to give about your character, any kind of characteristic traits or physical traits you want to give about, and then what do they call it in Shiver? Classes?
Archetype.
Archetype. Yeah. Like horror movie archetype. Yeah. If we don't have any volunteers, we'll just go around the stream overlay. Unless anyone's really itching to get in there. All right, that means Jeremy, you're up.
All right. Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I am playing Theodore Copper. Theodore Copper is like a tall, skinny male. He has short brown hair. He was born in the end of the in 1891, and he grew up and he ended up fighting in World War I and all this kind of stuff. And he got involved with the Watch. I believe it was in like 1917 or 1918, something along that time. But I am the scholar, and my background is scientist. So he's kind of an extremely geeky fellow, a little bit anxious, a little nervous, but he's highly intelligent, and he seems to pull it off when he needs to. He hasn't died yet.
He hasn't died yet. Just cliff note, this is the first mission of the Watch, so that's not a huge accomplishment.
That's true. He did make it through World War I.
You know what?
But he only fought for 1 year, so...
Still, I don't know if I would make it a year. Let's go around to top right of the stream for Corsair, aka Hollow Invective.
Everybody, I'm Hollow Invective. I am going to be playing Corsair Jones. Corsair was born around the 1940s, 1950s. It's a little fuzzy for him. Corsair's had a rough life. Mostly around some experimentation that was done to him. And his archetype is the survivor. He is typically a well-dressed individual, but we're going to the past today. So I gotta get on this get up.
Jeremy did remind me when he said that he's a scholar and his background is scientist. What is Corsair's background? I forgot that there's like backgrounds that you could pick also.
Corsair's background is the sheriff, but actually I have a hybrid background because I have the I have that experiment flaw.
Yeah. Okay. And then we'll go down and loop back around. So we'll go down to Danny next.
Hi, I'm Danny, and I'm going to be playing Gwyn. Hi, guys. I was born in 1989 and plucked from my life in 2018. So some of you may recognize Gwyn from the internet. She is a socialite, is her background, or her archetype, rather. And she spends a lot of her time online. She's got a great social media presence, and her background is the lawyer. So she's really good at talking.
I just completely, for some reason, I've prepped for this for so long, and I never really put two and two together and pictured that character Gwen in medieval times, first of all, and in that outfit.
Yeah.
So that's going to be super fun tonight. If you're listening to the podcast, you should at least watch like one stream sometime, either on video on demand or watch one live. It's worth it to see everybody's outfits. And by the way, we will be having all the podcast release. So for the full hunt, will always be out prior to the next hunt going out. Which means that if you're caught up on the podcast, you can come in and watch a Twitch stream. If you're caught up on the Twitch streams, you'd be able, and you miss a Twitch stream, you'd be able to listen to the podcast coming up. So you can kind of mix and match if that's your thing. And I suggest that. And we'll go down to last but certainly not least, Pappy, aka Joe.
Hey, I'm Joseph Timmis. I will be playing Eugene Gluck, aka Pappy. And I was born in 1968. I am a fool drifter, and I'm just lucky to be here, I guess.
Yes, you are. Right before we hop into the show, I just want to mention this stream sponsor, Abide Hysteria. If you haven't yet checked out Abide Hysteria, you can go to abidehysteria.com, and it is a completely 100% free system that you can play. It's a fantasy meets sci-fi ttrpg where as long as you got a standard deck of 52 playing cards, you can play it. You don't need any dice. You don't need anything else besides the internet connection and a deck of cards. So go check that out at abidehysteria.com. Super cool. We also have a play where Jeremy and Ernest were part of it, and as well as and Dragonbait, but Dragonbait's not here, so we don't need to talk about Dragonbait. I'm sorry, Dragonbait, if you're watching. And without further ado, we will hop into the debut episode of Doom Clock. We will be starting tonight off in the Watch headquarters. So the Watch headquarters are pretty well furnished. We left off a little bit of a cliffhanger in session 0, but I want to give you all a chance to. So in session 0, we kind of just fast tracked it to the hunt starting, but we'll take just one step back from there and just ask what everyone's up to at the Watch prior to whenever a mission comes about. There are these blue kind of like rope lights. They just line all the rooms throughout the entire HQ. And whenever they all go blue and the other lights dim, that means that you're supposed to meet up in the kind of the war room. But before that, you all could be hanging out and doing anything you want. So what would you all be doing prior to that hunt starting?
So have we received information that we're doing this yet, or are we like not even gotten the call yet?
No, you always literally find out. It's usually as soon as Benjamin calls it the higher ups. The higher ups will say it's all a little bit fuzzy to you all. They never go into much detail in explaining it. All Benjamin ever tells you is that the higher ups have a way of studying kind of the flow of history, and they can see when a line of history deviates. And whenever that happens, it usually means that this this thing, whatever this thing is that you all are hunting, has killed somebody that has not supposed to have been killed. And what that means is that it's probably going to still be in that area for at least a little bit of time. And then that's when, as soon as they see that ripple, they call on you all. You all suit up. They send you to a certain area, a certain year, and it's kind of a matter of time at that point. But in between those, before any of those ripples happen, you all just kind of have free reign to hang out in the HQ and do whatever you want to pass the time.
So we're like firemen. We're like a firehouse personnel, but for time.
Yeah. There's probably one or two fire poles in the watch, because it's probably multi-level. I think we did establish, so we world built this a little bit, and you are in the basement of IBM. So being in the basement, it's probably multi-leveled basement though. So there's probably at least one or two fire poles.
I feel like Theodore would be. So for those that didn't catch episode 0, Theodore was born in 1890. So in like the early 20th century, in like 1905, 1910, he worked for IBM, which his uncle was actually one of the founders of. And he was into computing back then, even though computing back then is not the same as computing now. But now that he lives in in this area where he can go to the future and to the past, and he knows all this crazy computing technology, I think he probably spends most of his free time either researching things or trying to enhance his knowledge on computers and trying to learn about modern computers and maybe even future computers, depending on the technology we have.
AKA playing Fortnite.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, you obviously there are like full server rooms filled with computers. With any kind of software you're looking for, whether it be Fortnite or you just browsing some Wikipedia.
He's playing Age of Empires 2.
Yeah, oldie but a goodie. That room, by the way, is very, very cold. It's very chilly. In the computer room / server room. What's Pappy, Gwyn, and Corsair doing in their downtime?
I think Pappy may have walked past the vending machine again. I was struggling with it, and I got a lot of cupcakes that I really don't want. I'm just kind of sitting here, just like dumbfounded. Just like I'm looking at the jerky I wanted, and I'm looking at the cupcakes that I have. I just toss them over my shoulder. Mad.
I forgot about you and those goddamn vending machines. Corsair.
Yeah, Corsair and vending machines do not get along, and Pappy is apparently the king of them.
Pappy is the anytime Pappy walks by an ATM or a vending machine, they just spill their contents. Okay, Gwyn and Pappy?
Well, Gwyn is probably hanging out in the costume room with Caleb and working on some TikToks, because with a wardrobe like that, how can you not?
Okay. Yeah, it is. So when we say costume room, I want to make sure that everybody, you four, the audience, are all imagining this costume room. It is vast would be an understatement. Picture the room in The Matrix. Yeah, that's it. Where it's just a big white room, a bunch of racks of like guns pop up. But instead of guns, it's just clothes and, well, there may be also guns, because this is also the room where you get your equipment for, defense. Whether that be swords and shields in medieval times to laser rifles in the future. Whatever it is that you need, this is the room to be it. And it sounds like Gwyn and Caleb are just kind of snapping some pictures and making a few talks in there. Okay, cool. Pappy, what's Pappy up to?
Well, it depends. He's either playing billiards, or do we need a clearance to get into that room? Like, do we have to be on a mission? She's taking pictures.
So, a couple things with this being episode 1 that I think makes sense to get established. One, you four are the only members of this new kind of experimental group, The Watch, which is part of IBM. So, you four...
Apple Watch, IBM Watch. Sorry.
You four
irony
kind
was
of
not lost on me.
you four kind of have some leeway here because nobody quite knows where you fall in the order of authority, right? You four are risking your lives to not to sugarcoat it at all, to save the universe. So nobody's really telling you what to do much. At the same time, the only person you ever really see, other than kind of automated, like maybe Theodore, AI, like maybe like a little clippy AI will pop up on his computers every once in a while. Like, I see you're trying to send an email. But other than that, it's really just Benjamin. Benjamin kind of runs the whole thing down here in this sub-basement. You know there's other employees. Obviously, IBM has other employees, and Benjamin's always talking about these higher-ups, but Benjamin's really like the point of contact that you have down here. And Benjamin would never stop you from going into that room, so yes, Pappy, you can go into that room.
Pappy is playing around in that room, trying to summon anything and anything that pops into his head, finalizing on beef jerky.
And Corsair, a bunch of beef jerky starts to fall out of your vending machine as you're sitting there as if willed by Pappy.
Oh. He might be all right.
So have we all already have gone on missions before and we have been part of the watch, or what's the deal here?
Right. So let's establish that also. You all have never been on a mission yet. You all were recruited a few months back, but nothing's happened in months. 2 events have happened prior to you four joining that IBM noticed were these abnormalities, and they didn't have anything they could do about it. They noticed it. Time and history did change, and they were just left hanging, and they had no way of fixing that. And that's when they decided, hey, we need to form some kind of squad to go in and fix this before it happens again. So there have been 2 events. Each event has happened where it will be a blip on that net that they're watching or monitoring, and then within, it's always less than 13 hours that there will be more kind of disappearances and murders that happen throughout history. And after a 13-hour window, it just seems to stop. So that's why they created these bracers to be able to send you all back in time 13 hours. And you four were the lucky 4 that were recruited for this experimental group. So you have not yet had the chance for another one of these blips to happen where you need to go back. Until right now, when you see that blue line fill every room you're in, Gwen and Pappy, this is usually a really, really bright white room where you can see really everything, all the details, the finest details about these outfits and weapons. The room dims quite significantly, and then you see these blue lights going around the far edges of this massive room. Corsair, you in your break room, all the lights kind of dim except for the vending machines, and then you see the blue lights go around. And Theodore, the server room's already kind of dim, but you do see that line of blue light go around the edge of the room.
So my skin's no longer the brightest thing in the room?
No, it is now the bluest thing in the room. But I guess besides the light, maybe not. And that means that you all are supposed to report to Benjamin in the war room.
All right, I'll start heading off into the main room. Guys, what's going on out here? Guys, hello.
What are you yelling about? It's always something with you.
Don't you see all the lights? What does that
Right.
mean?
It means we go to the war room. Let's go.
It means we actually have a job and we ain't getting paid for nothing. Come on. let's go.
What happened?
Do we have to call it the war room?
Well, what do you want to call it, Pappy?
Party room sounds more fun to me.
Well, let's go to the party room then.
I'm game. Let's go.
You all arrive at the party room, and Benjamin is there, and there is this. It's a large circular platform that kind of comes out of the ground a little bit, and then it's got this. It's like a hologram coming out from it, where Benjamin is using his finger and kind of moving things around, and you can see that it is a map of the globe, and he can kind of pinch it and zoom in, and he looks at you four and says, "All right, guys, higher up say we got another one. There was a stable boy that was murdered in 1215 England. So they don't think he was the target, because I mean, he was pretty he wasn't super well known, and there wasn't any large ripples through history yet, so that means that this thing's gonna kill again. So we gotta head out and suit up."
Okay, we don't even know who we're actually trying to save.
We don't, but what we've known from past experiences is that there's usually one specific target, but it usually will happen to have a couple other collateral kills along the way, which it seems like this stable boy Ambrose was. So that doesn't mean it's not going to kill others that aren't the target. So it very well may kill multiple other people. So when you guys get back there, you're going to have to try to save anybody you can. You can't just... You can't focus on just one target, because every single death, no matter how unnotable they may seem in the grand scheme of things, it could have ripple effects for generations. So that person, doesn't matter how well known they are, it doesn't matter how wealthy they are, how high of status they have in society, that person's going to have a net impact on everybody's life that they're ever going to meet throughout their entire lives. So they may go on to have kids, and those kids are also going to have net impacts, positive or negative, on everybody that they meet. And so it's just, I want to really stress this being your guys' first hunt, we can't kill any people. If for some reason things start popping off and people start attacking you all, defend yourselves non-lethally, because every death is going to have it's butterfly effect. We talked about this in classrooms, PowerPoints.
Theodore's raising his hand.
Yeah, Theodore.
Yeah, you're coming with us, right? I mean, we've never done this before. We need some sort of leader or captain. What's Margaret doing? Is Margaret coming?
Oh no, I thought one of you four would. Five. I forgot you, Caleb, in the back. I thought one of you five would just kind of take up the mantle. I'm more of an admin, kind of a support from here, though.
No, this is fine. This is just classic government shit. They're gonna throw us in there, eyes blind, and expect us to just get the job done. It's fine.
Well, we'll equip you, and if you need to, try to keep it hidden. But your bracers will be able to communicate with me directly while you're in there. So I'll be here in spirit.
So, what if someone attacks us? I can't kill him? I'm just supposed to get stabbed?
Just run away.
A person... Well, you... not if they're faster than you, Gwen. I like the idea, but if they're faster than you, just, try to knock them out and then run away. I mean, absolute last resort, you four, are obviously meant to be the saviors of time. So you four...
It's a whole lot there, just toss on my lap. Yeah.
So you four are super important, so push come to shove, I guess I don't want to just give you all a license to kill, if that makes sense. But it would be the absolute last resort. Otherwise, just try to knock them out, subdue them. If any people are trying to attack, if there's a a wolf, if there's a bear that tries to attack you, you could kill a bear. I don't think that's gonna do too much to the timeline. Yeah, well, physically maybe. Theology.
But no, see, here's the thing I want to ask you. If we're meant to save time and we happen to murder somebody who's a little too over aggressive, isn't that really just us saving time? It was meant to be, right? Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be something that I'd have to bring up with the higher ups. So this could probably be a lot of paperwork. Anytime that happens.
We don't like.
Well, you're an admin, so you got it. I believe in you.
Yeah, but I thought we were friends though, and I thought that we probably didn't want to add any more work to my plate.
You know what? You know what, James?
It's Benjamin.
Right. Sydney. Anyway,
It's Benjamin.
Benjamin. So 12:15.
Yeah, 12:15. So if we want, we can head over to and it's actually the room, the equipment room, the what did we call it earlier?
The costume room.
The costume room is what Danny called it. The costume room's actually connected to this door, this war room, party room. Pardon me. Yeah.
I'm not the I'm not the smartest man. Where are we going in 12:15?
You all are going to be going to England. Have you ever been there?
Oh.
Present day, past day. You all ever been to England?
I have. It was lovely.
I think I should sit this one out. I don't need to be going to England in 12:15.
Yes, the last time I was in England, it was pretty scary.
there's a lot of guys sitting around a table signing some documents in 12:15. I think it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, nothing could go wrong there.
Yeah, I should. I'm gonna need this crossbow.
Quite a lot of the plague and the.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be probably a lot of rodents, Pappy. I do apologize for that.
When the Germans attacked, that was all because of people signing some documents too. Now look at us here.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. I better get this hidden knife too.
So
yeah, I'm gonna grab a dagger and a holy relic.
So we have worked our way into the costume room now. For listeners, viewers, what we do here in Shiver, it is a very new system, which is very fun because that means that we don't really have any kind of touchstone for how to run an actual play for Shiver. So we get to make stuff up as we go. And how we're doing that is the Shiver core rulebook. If you don't have it, you should get it. It's probably like $20 now. We got it on Kickstarter, so I'm not very sure. But they have got a ton of weapons that go across all time periods, which is what birthed this show, because I've had this idea for a show for a while, but there's no ttrpg systems that could work it like Shiver does. Because Shiver is time period flexible, and they have got a lot of medieval style equipment and armor statted up. So what we're doing is we're just letting our 4 players pick anything within reason that they would like to bring back into 12:15, because of course can't bring in a laser rifle and then expect to not completely just fuck time. Somebody would invent a laser rifle the next day, and then who knows what's going to happen from there. So it sounds like Corsair is going with the crossbow and hidden knife.
And maybe like a sap, just so Benjamin feels better.
Okay. And Gwen went with the I heard the holy relic.
The holy relic and silver dagger.
Silver dagger. Okay. Any armor for either of you two before we move on to the other two?
I couldn't find any that made any sense.
Okay, you don't need armor. Armor and Shivers kind of it's very unique from like Dungeons and Dragons or anything. Whereas it will have like so many hit points it can take, and if you roll luck, you don't damage it. But if it does take damage, it can break. So I mean, it's not like necessary like in Dungeons and Dragons. It's subjectively, objectively better to have. But if one of you want to get a full set of like plate armor, that could be fun. But then you would be very slow.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, Theodore and Pappy.
You go ahead, Theo. It's all on you.
So I think I would like to get something like, I think it'd be nice to have like a little short sword, then maybe like a dagger or a hidden knife. But then I was wondering like I feel like I could sneak back and like a 1800s lighter, and even though it's too advanced, it won't break the timeline if I lost it. So I think a lighter would be really helpful to have. And like a pen and paper would be pretty useful. And, other than that, just like a dagger and sword. I was thinking like if we have these devices on our wrists that let us teleport and communicate, what would like a pen really matter? What if we lose that?
Yeah, so what those braces on your wrist look like, they do look like pretty plain and nondescript metal bracers. And those bracers, I think we went over these in session 0, but if not...
Even if we die, they get teleport back.
Well, exactly, because just to, in case we didn't go over them in session 0, and if anybody didn't listen to session 0, these bracers are kind of like the number one needed item that you don't want to lose, because they are used as your communication with Benjamin. They are used to, after 13 hours of you all being back in time, no matter what, they will rip you back to the present. If you're dead, rip you back to the present. If you're alive, rip you back to the present. If you want to, you can use it to come back to the present any other time, but at the 13-hour cutoff, it will bring you back, whether you want to or not. So yeah, they've got a couple gadgets in them that are super helpful.
And then like as far as like mundane but useful objects go, like if like I don't want to just make a big list of things, but like if I can carry it in a backpack, like would it make sense? Like, oh, I brought some candles, and like, oh, I brought a rope with a grappling hook on the end, or stuff like that. Like, because I can carry that, and then that'd be useful to have in certain situations. Or is there just no precedent for like common gear?
I think with medieval times at least, you could probably get away with like a satchel of some sort. There may be some time periods where you might get some weird looks if you had, like a bag or backpack or something. But as long as you kind of blend in still, and it doesn't really raise any red flags, I think it would be fine. As long as nobody sees you doing it.
Right. I guess what I'm getting at is like I don't want to like, I would rather, for the sake of brevity, like not have to list everything I brought. But at the same time, I think it'd be fun to think of items that I find that would be useful rather than just saying like, oh yeah, I packed that when the time comes.
Yeah, I got
actually saying I packed these things, and then if something happened, we could come up with a creative solution at that time.
So
I was just wondering how we should handle that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like how about personal belongings?
How about instead of all four of you having like totes and backpacks and stuff, how about for most time periods we'll just kind of designate Theo to be the he'll always try to bring like a bag that is time period appropriate, and in that bag / satchel / whatever it ends up being for that time, we'll just say that he's got kind of like the stuff we need, and that way it will be a lot
I can
more
make
fun.
like a smarts check or whatever to see if I was smart enough to have brought this thing.
Yeah, and that would be a lot of fun, because then if Theo is ever separated from the group, that would be pretty fun, because he's got everybody's stuff. I like it. We'll do that. Yeah, we can say like you can have like small stuff, lighters, paper, pencils, stuff like that. Don't lose it though, because that might if like a
Well, it just depends what we bring, but yeah. I could just see like a grappling hook and a lighter and a piece of paper and a pen being very useful in a time period where you have to make fire
yeah.
and I don't know, write things with wet ink.
All right, Pappy.
Yep, I'm here.
What are you bringing, Pappy?
That baseball bat looks nice.
Pappy.
It's made of wood.
Pappy.
It's non-lethal, Benjamin.
It's Benjamin. There's a J in there, and also you can't. They don't have baseball bats back then. Here, just bring this sword.
But that's lethal.
A sword. Oh, you want? Well, here, bring this. Morning Star, and he takes it, and starts hitting it on the floor and knocking all the points off. Here, just take this Morning Star without any points on it.
I mean,
okay.
we could just give him a cudgel.
Okay. Well, I already broke.
Gwen, I didn't. Yeah. Okay.
Gwen, I broke the Morning Star already. Let's give
Cudgel.
him the Morning Star.
He can have both, right?
Okay.
Oh. A cudgel.
Well, here,
is a weapon.
Caleb, will you take this Morning Star that I broke, and we'll say that you broke it, because you won't get any trouble, but I will. And he's holding it out to Caleb. Caleb takes it.
What's a cudgel?
It's like a baseball bat, Pappy.
Then why can't I have the baseball bat?
Because that says Louisville Slugger on it, and this doesn't have any writing on it, Pappy.
Yeah, he's Pappy of Louisville. That's fine. Yeah.
Then everyone's gonna be asking how you engraved that, and you're gonna have to explain. And Pappy, how would you explain that you engraved that, Pappy?
Then you tell them you're a wizard, Pappy.
Corsair, I want to hear it come out of Pappy's mouth.
I tell him I'm a wizard.
No,
Yeah,
you don't
you go.
tell them that.
You stole
no.
that idea from Corsair, Pappy. I want you to get a unique idea of how you would explain the Louisville Slugger being engraved.
I tell him I'm a sorcerer.
Pappy, that's
Even
awfully
better.
close to Corsair's idea.
But it's
I like
not
it, though.
Corsair's idea.
It's only derivative, and that's fine.
Might get you killed.
Look,
That's the witches. I'm not a witch.
hey, look. The cudgel's a little bit bigger, Pappy.
All right, fine. I'll take the cudgel.
Okay, it's just gonna be easier all around. All right, is everybody ready?
Do we have any rat poison?
Maybe Theo's got some in his bag.
Yeah, I figured poison would be pretty useful. I mean,
Yeah, Theo, pack some rat poison.
we'll get some rat poison. You guys want me to get any poison?
You know what? Nah, I don't trust either of you with poison, but
Oh, we already got rat poison. I just said
That's
no.
fair, Corsair. That's fair.
I mean, your cudgel will be great against rats. It'll take them out. It's fine.
What if they swarm?
I'll just put a little
I can
rat poison.
spin.
I just get a little.
There you go.
Okay, I'm good. We're good. I'm confident.
yeah. Why don't we ask IBM for I don't know, like a bubonic plague vaccine? You know, that sounds like a thing we should ask for, right?
Wouldn't that disrupt the time continuum or whatever?
Not if you just give it to us.
Yeah, good point. Another thing I
I mean,
briefly
I've been
touched on.
vaccinated. You haven't been vaccinated?
I briefly touched on in session 0 about vaccines and things like that, and you four have had kind of like the top of the line. Like they've engineered vaccines that they no longer make anymore, or never made because they never needed to in modern medicine. But in session 0, we did briefly mention that you all will be, because that would be a very short show, because you four would go back in time and almost surely instantly die due to some kind of illness. So yeah, you guys have all four been highly poked and prodded.
Inoculated.
So you will be good with that.
It's very
That is a
similar
good
to
point, though. Thanks for-
intoxicated.
Thanks for bringing that up. Yep, me too. So if you all are ready, we will. We do have to go back to the. Did you all say party room when you came in?
I did
Yes.
not say party room. They may have said party room.
I did hear somebody say party room. Well, let's head back to the party room and just get the bracers linked up and ready to go. Should be fun, right?
This isn't going to hurt, is it?
It's a little
I
late
have,
to not. A little late to ask that, right?
I've never
I mean-
time traveled. I don't know.
I get not. You haven't time traveled.
Oh, I'm an admin.
Has anyone here ever time traveled?
Well, we had to get here.
Yeah, I guess you plucked me out of my time.
Yeah, that's true. See, I'm from 2101. Well, I wasn't born 2101. I was born 2065.
Our
That's my
admin
birthday.
AI can't do math.
Yeah, I think that makes me like 40,
36.
36. Yeah, I'm 36. That sounds
Whole
pretty
thing
good.
has me worried now. AI software can't compute.
Well, I'm not AI. If you went up and asked the higher up the AIs, they would know. I'm just a man. If that wasn't clear.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
That's what an AI would say.
That is
It's gonna-
actually a valid question. Did it hurt when we time traveled here?
So what it felt like was that, it kind of felt like you were being pulled from the insides out from like behind your belly button.
Oh.
It didn't feel great, but it also didn't have really like any like lasting effects like after you got to the place. It did last a little bit longer than you expected though, to get through time. But yeah, all that. Don't need to worry about any of that. Let's head over. Everybody just put your wrist in the slots around the ring there. And in that big ring that's coming out of the ground with the big hologram map is these slots where you can see that, like, obviously the braces fit in. There's like 10 of them, but you all four just need to pick one.
I got number 6.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick one at random. When we're all sitting there with our wrists in there, I'm gonna go. Did anyone else lie on their resume?
Nope, nobody else?
You filled out a resume?
All right, here we go. And behind a console that's like behind one of those like leaded walls, then he's standing like when dentists give you an X-ray, and he smashes down on a button, and instantly you all probably are familiar with this. It feels like you were in a spaceship, and then somebody opened a door without equalizing the pressure first, and you all were like sucked out that doorway. And it seems to last quite a while, even maybe longer than when you all were pulled to the future. And it's taking a lot longer than you imagined. And a few moments later, and then it feels like the entire Earth came up and slammed into you four. It doesn't feel like you four slammed into the Earth. It feels like the Earth slammed into you. And there are just, there's this big explosion of hay and straw, whatever, straw or hay, whatever one is the right one. And you four find yourselves in just itchy darkness.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you guys all right?
Shouldn't have had that
Relatively.
last shot. I'm sorry.
Why is the floor all wet?
I don't want to know.
Oh, you ain't never been in a barn before.
No.
Oh.
It smells terrible on here.
I can see why they didn't want to send somebody else. That didn't feel great.
No. So we're in a barn. This is where the guy
Barn.
died?
Outhouse, stable, probably. Probably.
All right. Well,
I don't know, but I need some air, and I'm gonna pat my hands against the wall, trying to find like a window or something.
Yeah, you burst out of this straw pile. Is it straw or hay? I know there's a difference, but I don't know what the difference is. So I don't know if you have piles of hay in a stable or piles of straw in a stable.
Well,
Nobody
there will be straw on the ground for like bedding and like for for the animals like trot around and to muck out, and then there would be dry bales of hay or and things for the horses to eat.
Okay, so this would be straw, I do believe then. That Theodore, you're able to push away enough to see, and even after clearing your vision of all the straw that you four in this big pile that's inside the middle of the stables. Even once you clear that vision, it's still pretty dim vision. There is this kind of, it's like a red glow coming in from these small windows around the stables, and the stable doors are just barely ajar at the moment, letting in this red light come through.
Are there like horses and stuff in here, or are we alone?
There are horses in here.
I am also going to dig out through the straw.
Yeah, I kind of picture once Theodore kind of disrupted enough of it, you all can kind of poke your heads out, but it's just kind of a mass of limbs, arms, and legs all sticking every which way. All four of you slammed into this one single pile of straw.
I will poke out carefully because Theodore being Theodore and Theodoring away, I don't want to spook the horses any more than they could already possibly be spooked.
Yeah, the horses. When he first erupted here, they seemed like they quit doing whatever they were doing. They quit their daily card game. No, they quit their their eating of hay and everything. But it doesn't take them more than like 5 seconds to just go back to just eating, sleeping, drinking some water, whatever. They kind of start to ignore you.
Are we sure this is the right place? It doesn't smell like 12:15. Or does it?
Oh,
I looked
does.
to Pappy. I looked straight to Pappy like he would know.
This definitely doesn't smell modern. Not even a little bit.
I mean,
That's
some
because you haven't
people's
been
houses-
probably outside. Anywhere can smell like this.
So you said there was red light coming in. Is that like sunset sort of red light, or does it seem unnatural?
Haha, I know where we're at. Roxanne's.
Wait, what'd you say? I was laughing before you even said it, so I didn't hear it.
Roxanne's.
No,
Okay.
no, Pappy.
No?
You
We
can
should,
you can either just roll a smarts check. I think it would be wits. Wits is like the perception of Shiver, or you could just like go look out a window. Those are your two things you can do. But we haven't rolled yet tonight, so I wouldn't hate that.
Dice rollers hate me. I'm just gonna go look out a window.
Okay. Yeah, you go and look at the nearest window that's actually like in the stable that you four are in, and as soon as you open up the wooden shutters, you can see that it is a blood moon out tonight.
Oh.
What is it? Is everything burning?
No, it's just a blood moon. That's fine.
Yeah, that's not ominous.
Doesn't
No,
sound
it'll
fine.
be fine. Do you want to light one of those candles so we can look around in here? Let's see if
No.
this is where the guy
Now-
died.
Now hold on. If this is a stable, that means that the stable belongs to somebody if they can afford horses and a stable boy. And we are on their property, probably. And I don't want to, get got or have to get anybody already.
Within the first 5 minutes.
That is a good point. Yes.
Well, I mean, we're not going to hurt anyone. We're just going to light a candle.
And alert somebody who owns this here thing to our presence.
Well, let's get out of here then and get some fresh air and try to find out where we're at.
Could I have everybody real quick roll a smarts check also, please?
A smarts check.
Smarts check, is that your thing, Pappy?
No.
So Gwen's holding up a 0. Did you get any stranges to tick up the doom
0 and
clock?
0.
Dang it. Okay.
Oh man. Yeah, 0 successes, 1 strange.
Ooh, that means we add 1 minute to the doom clock.
I
Exactly.
also got 0 success and 1 strange.
Awesome. 2
And that's
minutes.
with a 5 smarts.
Yeah, I was thinking you would be the one that we leaned on here.
Well,
I have 1 success and 1 strange.
So your strange will not come into effect. Stranges only affect failed rolls. Also, does anybody have any lucks that rolled?
Oh, yes. One luck.
Because if you got a luck, on
Gonna
the
bank
Shiver
that.
dice roller, you can click the little plus sign under luck, and you can bank a luck, which means that whenever you want, you can use that luck to add 1 to your dice pool. I think everyone can only bank 1, except Pappy can bank 2, or everybody can bank 2, and Pappy can bank 3.
It's 2 and 3.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you can, if you roll a luck and you fail, you bank it, and it can help you out in the future.
What does it mean when it says add 1 talent die when making smarts checks to investigate an area?
So that would mean that the little oval at the bottom of your dice roller, you can add 1 more to that. And talent dice are much better than stat dice, because talent dice are D8s, whereas core dice are D6s.
Okay.
And I think that would have counted because you were investigating. Well, no. Sorry, you were actually not investigating an area for that. Because Pappy, it was more about Pappy, the one that you probably wouldn't lean on to remember any details. Pappy, you remember that the person who was murdered first in this event was a stable boy named Ambrose.
Aha! I know why we're here. It's not Roxanne. It's the stable boy.
Well, let's.
Perhaps he's in the stable.
Oh, we
Did
should
we
look.
arrive before he was murdered, or after he was murdered? Are we supposed to prevent his murder, or make sure it happens?
I'm gonna have a lot of this kind of outer character chat here in episode 1.
No. We got here 13 hours after the thing. 13 hours before the thing happened, right? Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
he died, and this is a very important note for you 4 and for the listeners. When he died, it's actually tied to the present timeline. So when, say, maybe 15 minutes pass for you all to gear up and get back here, that means that he has died 15 minutes ago. It was probably more like a half an hour ago for them to find the blip, for you all to gear up, for Benjamin to talk to you about it a little bit. So he probably died about 30 minutes ago.
So it's like real time.
So his body should still. Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to one of the horse stalls and just kind of lean up against it, and just glance over.
Okay. Are you looking in the horse stall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll me a wits check.
Wits. Okay. So on the roller, I just click on the wits if I've already entered my thing, right? And
Yep,
it'll
if
roll
your
it for me.
stats are all put up on that.
1 success, and I do have a luck at the bottom. I don't know what that means. 0 strange.
So if you've got a luck at the bottom, that means that you can bank 1 luck.
Okay.
And you will be passing that roll. Let me just make sure that it is. Wit is picking locks, sneaking, and stealth. Sleight of hand, throwing. So it actually should have been smart, but I said wit, so we'll stick with wit. So smarts is kind of the investigation, but you do see not only in that pen with that horse. You see a right underneath your feet. You're actually standing in it as you go over and stand over and lean on the post. You're actually standing in a pretty big blood stain in the dirt, in the sand.
Do I see the body in the stall?
There is no body, no.
But there's blood. Haha! I seem to have found evidence. Will someone smarter than me come... Oh shit, now it's everywhere. Oh. God damn it.
Stop!
It
Stop
won't
moving!
get
Stop
off.
moving, Pappy.
Uh,
Just stay still. Stay
okay.
still. Okay, yeah, just like that. Let's take a look. Theodore, you seem to be good at this sort of thing. Would you mind taking a look around and seeing if you can see anything that isn't Pappy's fault?
I mean, I can
Happy
try to
did you
look.
kill him?
but- Sure, I'll take a look.
Smart check, please.
Smarts check, okay.
Now that we know that. So, while Jeremy's rolling, I want to go ahead and, again, just because it's a new system and everything, I'm going to run through the stats real quick. There's grit, which is kind of like strength. Lifting heavy objects, punching, running, climbing. Wit, it's kind of like your dex. Picking locks, sneaking, stealth, sleight of hand, firearms, and throwing. Smarts, it's kind of, it's your like intelligence and your wisdom if you're coming from a D&D background, because it's obtaining knowledge from your surroundings, improvised weapons and tools using computers and tech. Heart, persuasion, deception, performance, kind of like a charisma. Luck is a new one, and that is what Pappy has in spades, no pun intended. It is determining how naturally lucky you are, which everything kind of has a random amount of luck. But there's also strange, which is like using magic and psychic powers. None of our 4 players actually have a strange background. There's like I forget what it's called in Shiver, but there is a archetype that is based on strange. So that means pretty much anytime that they roll strange is probably going to be bad news and tick up that doom clock. So Theodore, how'd you look? Any tick up of the doom clock?
Well, I wanted to know, am I investigating an area?
Yes, you are. I think your talent or whatever it was is going to come into effect here.
My ability. Okay. And then I have another ability. So I got 2 successes and 1 strange.
Okay. So the strange does not matter.
Okay.
Because you succeeded. So what that means is you'll see as you're looking at this blood stain in the dirt, and you, from this dim light of the blood moon coming in, you can see Pappy's foot markings where he was trying to like kick away some of the blood off his shoes. But you also are able to just barely make out this faint line of a couple blood streaks that have been. It looks like something was dragged from this blood stain out through the barn doors.
I think something skullduggerous has been going on here. It seems like somebody has killed and dragged some sort of body around this corner. There's blood everywhere.
Well, we knew that, the stable boy, so...
Well, it seems to have gone that way.
Let's follow it. In the dark, sure. This will be fine.
I mean, we can still light the candles, but...
Not yet. Not yet. That was a good point that Corsair had. We probably don't want to draw attention to ourselves.
So, following this marking through, exiting the stable, I guess the barn. I guess it's called a barn, right? The stable, barn?
It's probably just stable. Yeah.
Probably stable. We'll just call it stable because we've been calling it stable all night. You all open the double doors, and outside you do see a man that's holding a torch. It's like a pretty bright light surrounding like a 10-foot circle around him, and it's dim light silhouetting you four along in the stable door, and he's got one hand holding the torch and one hand holding a one-handed broom, and he's just kind of like sweeping up hay off to the side. Let's roll some wit checks and see if he notices you or not, unless you don't care if he notices you.
I care, so I will roll wits.
I just want to make sure that I call for enough rolls that we could tick that doom clock up some, because I've got some fun stuff.
Yep, that's one strange.
One strange, so we will add 1 minute to the doom clock. We're at
3 strange.
What?
Oh
So we're at 6 minutes on the doom clock.
no! Oh no!
I got 0 and 0.
Okay.
What does that mean? 6 minutes on the doom clock.
So, the doom clock is a pretty integral mechanic of Shiver. Which actually is how we got our name, Doom Clock. I think it was Jeremy that was like, why don't we just call it Doom Clock? I was like, oh, fuck yeah, that's a good name. So, in Shiver, there's something called the Doom Clock, where every 15 minutes, something bad happens. So, if whenever you tick up the Doom Clock, if it hits 15 minutes, I will come up with something that will be very detrimental to you four.
This is called a Doom event.
Yes, a Doom event. If 30 minutes happen, something worse will happen. 45 minutes, something even worse. I think mostly if 60 minutes ever happens on a hunt, it's generally going to be the target has been eliminated. Spoiler alert, that just kind of makes most sense because at 60 minutes is supposed to be like an apocalyptic event. So we'll just say at 60 minutes, that's probably going to be when the target is killed. So that Doom Clock is really just a steady reminder that things are always... It's always a race against the clock. And at 6 minutes, we're only 9 minutes away from the first Doom event. So I'm pretty
7
excited for
minutes
that.
away.
Oh
7
no!
minutes away.
Because I have
Fun,
2
yeah.
strange and 0 successes.
Oh my goodness.
Fun,
Okay.
Yeah, fun fact, my wife said this game was too anxiety-inducing to play.
So we are at 8 minutes, which means 7 minutes away from the Doom Clock, and everybody failed their wit check. So the barn door, as you all swing it open, gets a loud creak, and the man, you can tell from the torchlight that's sweeping, turns towards you all, and you all see it looks like he's wearing like a priest robes, not much unlike Gwen's. Get up, Kurt, get up. And he looks at you all, and he looks back down at the ground. You don't know what he's looking at, and he looks back at you all again. Can I help you? And he
Wait,
comes
he
up
looks like
closer.
Go. This is you. Tell him we're here for godly duties.
Hello? are
Hello,
you?
Father.
This not father.
No,
This Dudley.
brother.
Yes.
Brother Dudley. It is lovely to meet you. We are
And
here.
you are?
I am Sister Grace, and I have been sent to meet you.
Guys, we get to come up with names.
What for?
We are here on a mission from God.
How to get into the stables?
I get to be Elmo.
He sent us.
You can be Jake.
Wait, who sent you? A god?
Indeed, yes.
God.
Yes.
The god.
Yes.
How about a hearts check from our one and only Gwen? For a big old deception check right here. I will say it's gonna be a low
One success.
Oh, that's all we needed because spoiler. Dudley's not the okay. Yeah, he's not the most. He's not very good at reading people.
Oh, good.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I bet he sent you all to back me up.
And what is your mission? What has he sent you to do?
Nobody seems to believe me about the stable boy that was just murdered, and I bet you four all know all about that, right? It's all part of God's plan. Yes?
We did know about him.
Yes.
It
And
happened
his name was?
not long ago. Ambrose was his name.
You do know you are sent from God. Yes, nobody else in the town seems to remember this Ambrose except for me.
Truly. What can you tell me about Ambrose? What do you remember of him?
He was a great boy, but he was meant to be much higher than just a simple, stable boy. But he was well on his way, and then he was just murdered by the beast.
And what was he meant for?
Oh, he was the smartest man. He was the smartest stable boy you ever did see. But alas, he was cut short at the young age of 13 by the beast.
And tell me of this beast. Did you see it?
I did, with my own 2 eyes. Nobody believes me. Nobody remembers Ambrose. It's just, everybody thinks that Dudley's just a bumbling old priest again. Sent me to sweep up the dirt. It's all
No,
dirt.
Brother Dudley. We believe you. It is not dirt. It is dirt and the blood of a young man.
Okay, well, it's still dirt, but with blood, yes. I see.
Tell me of this beast that you saw. Did you see it killed Ambrose?
I did. I saw it. I was sent to help with stable duties, due to me letting slip a few church secrets. And as soon as I walked into my stable here, I call it my stable now, I saw the beast ripping apart Dudley before jumping through the window with its crooked body.
And was this beast in the form of a man? The form of an animal? The form of a devil?
Yes.
All of the above?
All the above. It was a 2-legged devil beast. It was crooked in all the wrong angles and all the wrong places, but it was a beast. Nobody believes me. Nobody even knows who Ambrose was. Everyone thinks I'm making up lies. But you four know about
We do.
Ambrose, yes?
We do. And we mourn him with you. You said the beast left through a window. Which window?
One of the windows in the back left corner there. And he's pointing into the stable.
Did you see where it went after it left?
Oh no, I was too shaken by the whole event, and I ran over to Ambrose's side to try to administer aid, but it was far too late.
What happened to Ambrose?
Nobody else seemed to care or see. I had to bury him myself, with my own shovel in the graveyard.
I believe we must track this beast. Thank you, Brother Dudley, for all of your help.
Yes, would you like any more help?
Anything you can offer us would be wonderful.
I got a broom.
I will accept your broom.
No, you can't have my broom physically.
So, Brother Dudley, my name's Brother Elwood.
Oh, good. Pleased to meet you.
Brother
right, of the boss.
Yeah. So, it took you 30 minutes to dig a whole grave in the graveyard?
It's not very deep.
Actually, I would say it take you a half of an hour.
It's not very deep at all. His toes are still poking out.
Oh, all right. I guess I'll try and make a wits roll.
Okay.
I just
yeah.
Just seems like a whole lot. I mean, whole lot happened, and Dudley's just saying whatever sounds good. And I don't like it.
Yeah. So in Shiver, it's a system where I don't know if any other systems players can just straight up ask can I make one of these rolls? And also the director, as they call me, can also ask to make rolls. So yes, you can definitely make a. I think it would be a. Let me see real quick. You're trying to you're trying to read him, right? Kind of like an insight check in D&D.
Yeah, I guess. Guess that would be it.
I think that would be. I think that would be a smarts about the surroundings.
Oh,
okay. I was going between smarts and heart, but I think smarts is best.
All right. I have 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. You feel like in this 2-minute conversation, you have completely just nailed down everything that Dudley's about. Even him mentioning that he accidentally let slip some church secrets and got banished to cleaning out stables, and him just kind of how openly he is talking with you all, and everything about him, you think that A, he is definitely telling the truth to his best knowledge, and B, that he would. You don't think he has the capability of lying, which may have been what got him in trouble in the first place. Shall I show you to the grave?
Yeah. So go see the work of the beast, Dudley.
It's in the
God be
cemetery.
with you.
Hey, Theo. Theo.
Yeah.
Are you Jake, or are you Mighty Mac? I need to know which one we're playing here.
I don't know. I was going to go with Michael.
No. We're doing the whole mission from God thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't watch the material that they have the whole library in there of DVDs.
I think I was. Yeah. I don't know. I must have missed that one.
Oh, okay. That's fine. You beat Jake.
Okay.
Are you two coming?
Just like Mighty Mac.
I just look. Hi, I'm Jake.
I'm Mighty Mac.
Oh, Jake and Mighty Mac, are you two coming?
Brother or father?
Brother Dudley.
Brother Dudley.
Yes?
I don't know. Something just fell.
Oh, I thought you were...
Startled me.
I thought you were intimidated by my rank as a brother.
Yes. Yeah, sure.
Yes, it's very intimidating. I guess we'll go.
Yeah, he's holding his torch out. It's like, well, follow me then. Follow me. And it's not a far walk at all. It seems like the stables are pretty much like bordering this graveyard. And let me make sure that I got the graveyard ambience loud enough for the Twitch stream. You walk for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and when you reach it, it's not like you picture cemeteries now. It is mostly like rough mounds of dirt. Some have grass growing out of them now. It's all various kind of levels of grass growths from it. And he leads you all over to the nearest grave, and he wasn't lying. There is no gravestone. There's nothing even marking the body. It is just a rough mound of dirt. And true to his word, you can see the toes still sticking out. They were forcing me to go back to work, so I didn't have much time to dig a grave. You all could maybe help me. You all can see him, right? Nobody else seem to be able to see his body.
Indeed, we see him.
How many people have you showed this to?
Oh, I had a lot of my friends from the church come around, and they all said, "No, it was crazy." I'm not crazy though. You four can see it, and you four are from God.
Is it disrespectful to investigate
Well, I think if you four are going to help me dig a deeper grave, I think that will be much better than just leaving it in the toes sticking up, yes? We take him out, we dig deeper, and then we put him back.
I'm gonna start digging to.
It
with my
does
hands.
not it does not take long. It's just like a
What does
very
his
thin
face
layer.
look like?
He looks. Let's do some again. I really like doing rolls in Shiver. Let's do some more intelligence rolls, please, everybody. Smarts checks, I mean.
Yeah,
One
that's
success, no strange.
Okay. We're looking for a 1, by the way.
So I got 0 success and 1 strange, but I have an ability that says I can re-roll failed smart checks,
Okay.
which I didn't notice before. So I re-roll, and now I have 0 and 0.
Okay, cool. Corsair Pappy.
Yeah, too strange.
Nice. Fucking thank you, Ernest. Love you. We are at 10 minutes now, unless Pappy's got some too.
fist and a strange.
11.
0 successes.
11 minutes on the Doom clock. Awesome. So, Gwen and Theo, you all, after getting all the dirt off this body, you two look at it, and it's a couple things. It does seem like that relative timeline seems to match the level of decomposition. Like, he doesn't seem... It does seem like a pretty fresh dead body, as in it's cold, but it's not super decomposed or anything. But also looking over this body, you notice that it has... You two could find that it has what looks like a large, like maybe like a bear bit him in the left shoulder, and then also along like parallel to his pelvis, like right below his belly button, you see 4 long, it looks like rips or like tears, like from like knives or really big claws. So you see him, yes? You see the beast, the work of the beast.
So no wonder he died with these kind of wounds. You said this was a man. These don't look like claw marks from a fingernail.
Oh, I did not say it was the man.
No,
No,
he did say it was a beast.
It was a beast, man, devil.
All of the above, remember?
All of
Yeah,
the
but
above.
those things aren't real. Surely it was either a man or some sort of animal.
Oh, maybe. It was a Lugaroo.
We should.
I've heard that term.
We should lay Ambrose to rest and begin our chase of this beast.
We can be comforted that this is not John Cena.
Ah, Pappy, please dig quickly.
Who is this John Cena?
Oh, just someone we know. You can't see him.
Okay.
Apparently his time is now.
How about we do some grit checks? Who's all for whoever is helping dig the hole?
I will attempt to help dig the hole. Oh, die roller, don't do it. Don't do it.
Come on, Ernest has to have a success somewhere in here tonight.
Nope, I got 1 strange though.
Oh no!
Oh, I love playing this with Ernest. I love it.
Man, die roller, I'm not Danny. I'm not Danny.
No. Danny's been
fired.
rolling decent tonight, which is very strange.
It is
and
very
unusual.
strange, and let's knock on some wood here. I would like to help as well, and I got 1 success, 0 strange.
Okay. All right, so it's Corsair and Gwen digging.
Yeah, apparently I have stopped helping. 0 and 0.
Yeah, I mean, I think it probably is. I think any more than 2 people would probably just be in the way. But I can't tell if that's thunder in my headphones or outside my window.
Right outside your window. It's been pretty rainy.
It has been. Yeah, it's mostly Gwen doing it. Corsair's helping a little bit, but Gwyn, you are able to get the hole at least 6 feet deep. We'll say it takes, let's do 2 hours. So if Theodore...
No, I do. We don't want to spend that kind of time here. I don't
Yes.
feel like we need to get him 6 feet deep.
Okay, yeah,
I think we just need to get him toes deep.
Okay,
that
so
sounds good
just
to me. Yeah.
just where his
Just a
toes
little bit
aren't
more than he
popping up.
was. So yeah.
How about we say 1 hour? Which I know that math doesn't work out equally, but it would only be about an hour and a half total that you all would have been here. You would think. You would think that you'd probably have enough time, maybe.
I would hate to spend time digging a grave when we could spend it chasing after this thing that is getting further away.
Okay.
I would rather
How about we do this?
make promises to come back.
Okay, how about we say, since you wanted to get him just toes deep, where his toes aren't sticking out quite anymore, we'll say that between that, the digging, and the conversations, and the barn, and everything in the stable, we'll say that we're now just 1 hour into 12:15.
Okay.
Ugh. I think I made that drink way too strong. So now how can I help? Now what?
Maybe borrow your torch, Brother Dudley.
Well, it's my torch. It's a very nice torch. It's very expensive.
God says to share, Dudley.
I'll just come with you. I'll just hold the torch. Come with you. Where we go?
Please come with us.
And I got my broom.
What are you?
He's holding one broom in one hand and a torch in the other.
All right, let us proceed back to the stable and investigate where this beast leapt out the window.
Okay, let's do it. And yeah, it's just a 5-10 minute walk back to the stables. It was that window right there. And he points at the window that Pappy, it was the one where you found the blood stain. So it was a blood stain, then like the horse, and then it was the window out.
I would like
Perhaps
to
the horse
look
saw
around.
something.
The horse maybe did see something. If
Anybody
we have a way
anything
of,
for that?
I don't think anyone has speak with animals quite yet.
No, that is not a
okay.
skill that I have. But we do have powers of observation. Perhaps we could look on the ground and see if there's any indication of where this beast might have gone.
Yes, you all look on the. I've been avoiding looking down because
Indeed, yes.
Chinchillas.
maybe I'll look chinchillas. I will look on the roof. I will look on the roof. Rats don't like heights, right? I will climb to the roof and see if there's any claw marks on the roof. Corsair, you want to give me a lift?
Yeah, sure. Let's try this.
Let's do a Corsair doing a grit track. This will be surely this is it right here, right?
This is my time.
This is Corsair's time to just hurl Pappy up on the roof.
So you are John Cena. Your time is now.
I mean, I wish my time was now. I
No.
got one strange and two hearts, though.
Okay, that brings us to where now this is gonna be something that's kind of on my based on what I'm feeling in the moment, and if somebody does get a lot of a different stat than the stat that they're going for, like hearts, 2 hearts, we can change it a little bit where Corsair is going to lift up Pappy. And as he does, he can feel his muscles Pappy's a little bit more dense than he was expecting, right?
Too many cupcakes, Pappy! Too many cupcakes!
Pappy's too many fucking cupcakes come out of the vending machine for free. But with 2 hearts, we'll say that Corsair is able to really just persevere, and it's more of a mental game that he's able to somehow lift Pappy up. He really doesn't want to get Pappy hurt with his frail old man body, and he's able to lift Pappy up and hurl him onto the roof. Now, not every roll is always going to work like that, where I ask for a grit check and you fail the grit check, but you get good in a different stat. But sometimes when it makes sense, we can do that. And that's in the Shiver actual rule book. So, Pappy, you are thrown onto the roof.
Thanks, Corsair.
Yeah, we gotta talk about this cupcake thing when we get back.
And Gwen, I know you were maybe Gwen and Theodore, were you two the ones that were investigating the stable and the window that this thing left out of?
Yeah, I would have been trying to check it out.
Yeah, outside and yeah.
Okay, you two roll smart checks, please.
0 success, 0 strange.
Okay.
1 success and 0 strange.
Okay. So we're at 12 minutes on the Doom clock, so we're getting up to the first Doom event. But, Theodore, you were able to see that, like, you follow where Dudley said that this beast leapt out this window. This window's not very big. And Dudley explained this thing to be, like, 7, 8, 9 feet tall, massive. So it seems really weird that I was able to get out this small window. But on the outside of the window, you walk around the stable and you see in the light rain has started now. But even in just the glow from the blood moon, you can look down. You can see what looks like it's 2 large. Looks like I keep going back to like bear. It looks like maybe like 2 large bear footprints, but there's only 2, and then there's just no more in front of that. There's no more prints at all in front of that. But it's off in so the way that this window was facing, it was actually facing to the town. To the town of Canterbury, Kent.
Yeah, I think when Theodore is leaning out the window and he sees Gwen has walked around the other side, he's like, "This is pretty small for some sort of massive antlion devil creature, whatever it was. I mean, didn't he say it was 9 feet tall? I could barely fit through this thing."
Did.
I'm going to slowly look behind me and make sure dude's not creeping up on me or something now, because now I feel like Theodore would be slightly suspicious of him. Is he like behind me, or what's he doing? Can I see him at all?
I think he would be on the inside of the stables.
Well, I think I'm on the inside, like looking out the window, and then saw
Okay.
Gwen walked around and was investigating outside.
Okay, yeah, he's just standing there with his torch and his broom, both held upright, just like smiling at you. You
I'm gonna
need
turn-
help?
Yeah, didn't you say this was some sort of large devil man? I mean, this window's pretty small. This is the one he escaped through.
Yes, he jumped right through there. He squeezed down like a kumquat.
Like a kumquat. What exactly did this thing look like again? I thought you said he was some sort of beast.
Yes, he was 8, 9 feet tall. He looked like a...
He'd have to be smaller than me to fit through here.
No, he looked like a very large man, but all of his appendages were bent at the wrong angles.
Lugaroo. Don't like it.
Bless you.
What?
Perhaps,
Bless me.
perhaps we should continue to the town.
All right, well, it's better than just hanging out this window. I like
Brother-
act like
Go ahead.
I like go as if I'm gonna like climb out of it, and it's just too. Is it too small
It
for me to
is
climb
too
out
small
of?
for you. Yes, it is too small for you. You as a man to climb out of.
See, I can't even fit my legs through here.
Well, why would you go on the legs first? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't want to fall and hit my head.
What is that noise up on the roof? Is it the beast again? And he holds up his broom.
Oh, no, that is just our friend.
How's he going?
What can you tell me, Brother Dudley, about the town?
Oh, the town of Canterbury, Kent. Oh, it's really not a whole lot of hubbub except for the Canterbury Cathedral is kind of the central point and really what brings in the outsiders such as you four.
Indeed, a site of pilgrimage. And,
yeah, other than that, there's a very good bar named the bar. But other than that, there's not much going on in the town other than the cathedral.
a castle, perhaps?
I don't think so.
No? All right.
There may be. I haven't been there. If so, and anywhere that I have not been, there does not exist.
Of course.
What's the height difference between the top of the window and the roof of this barn?
Probably about 10 feet.
Okay.
You can probably slide down, grab on, and like drop down relatively safely.
Nope, I'm just... there's a lot of noise along the roof, but I am sitting in one spot kind of looking around. Is there anything obvious beast up here?
Roll a smarts check, please.
Yes, because that is what I'm good at.
Come on, hit that first quarter of the hour doom clock.
How many did we need? Because I got 2 strange.
We need 3, so we are 1 minute away. Yeah,
Clock is ticking.
14 minutes of the doom clock, everybody. So this is one thing that I've now ran Shiver at least one shots 3 times now. All the corporate risers one shot 3 times. I've never, I don't think, hit 30 minutes. So I realized that I either need to ask for more rolls because all of these hunts are gonna be one shots, right? Like we are gonna achieve this adventure tonight, or B, tweak it so that and maybe like double the minutes or something. And I wanted to do it by the rules tonight and kind of see how we land on that. But yeah, I've never really got to 30 minutes, and I think that the ticking of the doom clock is a real big stress factor for the players and for listeners. And it's kind of like a big part of Shiver. So I want to make sure that we're really utilizing it and really, pushing the limits of that. But for tonight, we're just going by the books. I'm going to see how it goes. And, I mean, we're at 14 minutes, so that's fun. We're close to hitting something. Yeah, Pappy, up here, you don't see anything. You do not see any kind of signs of the beast. It looks like wherever Theodore was looking, off towards the direction of the town. But other than that, there's not anything up here on the roof.
I'm just gathering items or straw or whatever, like little pebbles, and tossing them in different directions. Nope, nothing up here.
And I think that will be a good spot for... Okay, something just hit my window as soon as you said tossing pebbles. And it is 10 o'clock at night here about, and I don't know what would have thrown a pebble out my window. So that's nice and creepy. I do think I want to give everybody just a quick, maybe 5-minute bio break. Is it hailing here, Johnny? That's wild because it was like 90 degrees today. Either way, I want to give everybody like a 5-minute bio break. We'll come back. This will not be where we split the episode because we probably only got about an hour left. So we'll probably split the episode somewhere before. But everybody, if that's fine with you four, we'll just be right back. Stay tuned. I forget what the BRB screen is, but we'll find out right now. See you, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Doom Clock. We left off with our members of the Watch starting to head towards town, with Dudley still holding a broom and a torch, lighting the way against
Brother Dudley. His title
Brother
is very
Dudley.
important and
Brother
intimidating.
Is everybody in the same spot? Yeah, everyone's in the good spot on the Twitch, on the overlay. Awesome. So it's going to be a little bit of a walk. If we have any questions for Dudley or questions amongst yourselves. But other than that, Dudley's leading the way, heading towards town.
So Dudley, you been here long?
Oh, I've been a member of the cloth for, let's say, 2 years now? 1, 2, at least 1, maybe 2. You all 4 are just so, can I just say, 4 are so clean. It's so clean.
It is because we were sent from God.
That actually checks out quite a bit. Yes, God would not send dirty people. I don't, I'm not saying anything bad about dirty people. I'm just saying you 4 are very relatively clean. And you are noticing that like Dudley's robes are just like caked in like the bottom half are all caked in like mud and maybe some kind of like horse or cow poop on the very edges of it. He does not smell great, just like the stables do not smell great. I'm just saying you all are very relatively clean. Okay, so here we are. We are now in Kent. So well, we've always been in Kent. We're now in Canterbury. Is there anybody in particular you would like to go? The bar? The cathedral? Those are the 2 places we've got.
The bar named the bar, yes.
Perhaps the cathedral would be a better place to start.
More godly. Sorry.
Indeed.
Oh yes, so surely you all have been in the cathedral, right? Canterbury Cathedral?
This is our first time in Canterbury, but it is important to us that we visit the cathedral.
Oh, you will be very, very, very impressed by the size of the cathedral, and it is the... You know what? Do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what?
What?
Do you know? Do you know who is here in town at this very moment?
Who is here?
I don't know.
Stephen.
Stephen?
Stephen.
The Stephen?
The Stephen, yes, the Stephen.
Who is the Stephen?
Stephen Langton?
Yeah. Nope. Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. He is currently drafting up, maybe a little document you may have heard of about before. The Magna Carta? No?
And how did you come to know of this, Brother Dudley?
Oh, because he's been living in the cathedral where I live also. But I've been banished to the stables, so they may not enjoy seeing me because they think I've gone crazy now.
Well, I assure you that crazy people do not see messengers from God.
No, I agree. Come in. Tell everybody, tell all my brothers, the fathers, tell everybody that I am not crazy and that you all saw poor Ambrose's body too and his toes sticking up out of the dirt. And maybe you could meet Stephen.
Brother.
Go ahead.
Brother Dudley, what exactly is this Magna Carta? In your own words, what do you know about this thing?
So Stephen is drafting up this document that is going to be sent to King, of course, King. God damn it!
Is it?
Of course, it is King John. It's going to be sent off to King John, and it is going to completely reinvent the way that we abide by laws here in England. It's going to change everything. It's going to be big things happening from this Magna Carta.
Dudley, is this King John? Are you sure he's not a prince?
I don't.
Guys, we could be here with Robin Hood.
I don't.
No. He is indeed king at this time.
Okay, yes, he is. He is now king. Yes, I'm telling you, my whole memory's a little bit fuzzy now at the moment with the whole Ambrose being killed and everything. But yes, this is King John.
I got real excited. Sorry.
Who's this Robin Hood you speak of?
An old friend of ours.
Yes, you would have loved him. Anyways, is King John around here? Somewhere too?
Oh no, King John is not in the area. King John is currently holed up away in his castle, fearing the wrath of the barons.
That's probably a good thing. Wouldn't want him to die, right?
Yeah,
Why would I
true.
even say that?
That would be, yeah. What? Yeah. Or you're not trying to murder King John, are you?
Absolutely not.
I mean, he's kind of a bastard, but
As messengers from God, it is our mission to save lives, not to end them.
I don't know. Just see the Old Testament.
Shh.
Oh, sorry.
So yes, here we are, taking the glory of the cathedral here. Look at the size. It's pretty large, yes. Look at the bell towers.
Indeed.
It's pretty nice.
It is pretty amazing. I mean, it's crazy that you people could build these kinds of things. I mean, us people, Canterbury people.
Yeah, I mean, it was built hundreds of years ago, but yes, it is amazement of engineering, yes.
Does this thing have lifts and everything? They elevate you from floor to floor?
With stairs, yes.
No, never mind.
I've seen bigger.
Bigger than the Cathedral of Canterbury.
No.
Brother Dudley.
Yes. Yes.
Might you direct us towards the Stephen?
Oof, I'm a little bit on the outs at the moment, but I can try to get you in as far as I can.
That would be greatly appreciated.
It may just be the front door.
That is still inside.
It is indeed inside. Let's go. So you all start to head up the long staircases going up, and it is much like Dudley is not downplaying it. This is a rather large cathedral, and heading up into it, as the doors are currently already open, even on this, it's like 11 o'clock at night, maybe almost midnight, and this blood moon is still shining, but the door's still open, and you can still hear this like chanting coming from inside, this worship coming in from inside, and he leads you up the steps, and he's got his broom and his torch, and he's looking a little bit like weary, like looking side to side, looking behind him, looking ahead of him. Okay, now let's see how far we can get. Let's cross the doorway here. And he walks into the door and he looks around. He's like, okay, good. We did not get kicked out yet. Let's see. Where is Steven? And you all are currently like in the main. I'm really bad at church vocabulary. Like the main room. You know what I mean? The big room.
The worship center?
The big worship. The worship center.
The sanctuary.
What's it called? The sanctuary?
Yeah, the sanctuary, that works.
I don't think people call it sanctuary anymore. Like, what would be the modern day term for
Chapel?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, chapel. The chill zone. Where there's like pews and like a big platform, a dais where people can
The altar?
Chapel, the gods, Bidasterius at the God Center. You start walking in, and Dudley's kind of leading the way, and he's like really hesitant, like looking away, expecting to be kicked out at any moment, and he's walking past pew and pew and pew, And it's all empty at the moment. There's no one really in here except for a couple priests and up on the dais. There's a couple priests that are like chanting still to nobody in the audience, but you also see back at the end of the top platform there is like you could only kind of deduce that it's like a desk, and you do see a man. So he's not in he's not wearing like priest robes or anything. He looks more like a scholar, maybe. He's well dressed, but he is currently just like writing away at the desk. Okay, this is further than I thought we'd be getting. Let's push our luck a little bit.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm ready.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Let's keep on creeping. And the lighting in this room at the moment is they've got for as large of a god center, a chapel as this is, they definitely don't have enough torches or lanterns lit to light the entire room. It's more like they're probably just currently winding down for the night and maybe waiting for like this person to finish writing whatever he's writing so they could all go to sleep finally. But there's a couple candles, a couple lanterns lit. That's kind of making the entire scene this really eerie light, casting a lot of really long shadows across the room. And when you start to get about halfway into the room, you start to hear a really low droning sound coming from somewhere. It sounds like, it kind of sounds like modern times, like some either mechanical machinery or like really loud beads or something. And it's bees like the honey things, the honey guys.
Like a hive?
Yeah, it's like a mix between that and like heavy machinery, like drills. Does not sound in place, and at that moment all the chanting stops as everybody else seems to start to hear it also.
The chanting, was that in Latin or English?
Probably Latin, right?
Okay.
Probably ecclesiastical Latin, probably.
Probably, yeah, probably.
So, I guess I'm just trying to envision this church. It's because it's Canterbury Cathedral, so it's a big Gothic cathedral, right?
Right. Yes, it was built in. It started in 597, which is pretty wild.
So, all right.
And then it was rebuilt between 1070 and 1077, so about 200 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, just thinking about the layout of the big Gothic cathedral. So where are these people that we're looking at? Are they at the front of
They're all at the front, around the kind of raised platform, where usually the head priest would be giving a sermon.
Okay, it's the chancel.
Yeah, they're like behind it. It seems like they're kind of just like there to give this person, probably Stephen, who is writing at the desk in the back. Seems like they're there to kind of like just give him some ambiance.
Okay.
So I don't know if we want to interrupt. But did you all hear that? What was that? That droning noise.
Yeah,
I heard
it
that.
sounded like a swarm of insects or something. Is this place infested?
Oh no, nothing like that. I did hear that droning noise prior to the first attack, though. Poor Ambrose.
That's not ominous.
Perhaps we might prepare ourselves for...
Can anybody roll me a smarts check, please?
I'm gonna let the smart guy do that.
1 success, 0 strange.
Okay.
Was that from everybody?
Yes, please.
No successes, 1 strange.
Oh, thank you.
I got 0 successes and 3 strange, but I get the reroll
Okay.
failures for
Okay,
smarts
yeah.
checks.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And now I got 2 successes.
Okay, good.
I got 1 strange, so you know.
Okay, so we're at 16 minutes on the Doom clock. But we did pass over that first Doom event, which is a lot of fun. Dudley, as he's kind of leading you up towards the dais, just stops dead in his tracks. And he looks back at you 4, and then looks up at the dais again. Who are you? What are we? And he starts to lower his torch and his broom, and he actually drops his torch and his broom at the same time. What's? He looks visibly like almost like hurt. He's closing his eyes real tight, and he's backing up towards you 4 and trying to like figure out what's happening. Why am I not cleaning the stables? Why was I cleaning the stables?
Oh, this is not good.
Who are you again?
Sister Grace, and you are helping us.
Helping with...
To avenge Ambrose.
And who is Ambrose?
Oh, no.
Oh.
A stable boy. Don't you know the stable boy?
And at that, the torch actually catches the broom on fire, and it's like starting a pretty big fire in the middle of
we're
this,
gonna burn Canterbury Cathedral.
right
Yes.
between the wooden pews. Ambrose, that does not ring a bell.
I would like to try and stomp out that fire.
Okay.
Please?
I guess that would be... Let's do... I guess grit? Would that be grit? Unless you want to give an argument for something else. I don't really know what that would be.
I mean, that seems reasonable.
I don't know if you want me to use heart for that, Gwen.
I mean, can I use heart for it? Is there a way
I don't
to justify that it's important to me to stick
Well,
up?
Maybe you can convince him of it. Just to somehow put it out.
because if you don't convince him, I'm gonna trip him and roll him over the fire. I'm gonna use him for a stop, drop, and roll. If he is not convinced.
Can I do that? Can I use my heart to convince Dudley to stomp out the fire?
Yeah, what do we what do you let's hear what you say to Dudley to try to kind of snap him out of it at least a little bit.
He's not really an authority figure, is he?
No, the exact opposite,
so.
probably.
Okay. I do have a skill, an ability called Snap Out of It.
Oh, I forgot you guys have
But,
like abilities and shit.
I don't know that will actually help. Is he having any fear issues? No.
He looks like he's kind of like a
confused
mix of
more.
like, yeah, it's like confused. I'd probably give it to fear, maybe.
Because I can lower his fear status,
Oh,
but that's not going to do it.
I gotcha. Yeah, that's probably a little bit different.
Well, then I'm going to appeal to his love of God and the church and his family here. Brother Dudley, you must step out that fire that you've set. Save save your friends, save your brothers.
Yeah, and how many hearts did you get on that roll?
2.
Two of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he seems to snap out of it at least enough to like realize that like this we've got to put this fire out, and start stamping that out, even though he still does not seem to know who you four are.
But he knows what fire is, and that's good to know.
Yeah. And while he's stamping on that, through one of the stained glass windows in the back of the room, you see you see the whole stained glass just shatter. And in this dim light of this cathedral, it's weird because it seems like it just like the window shatters, and then you see standing there, at first on the ground, it's almost to a T how Dudley described it. It is a 8.5-foot, it's 2 legs, 2 arms, but all of the joints are inverted, and it looks like from where you all, this entire room's kind of in shadow, but this thing looks like it's like just this like sleek black covering its entire body. But you only get a second to see it in the correct orientation before it starts to walk up on the walls and go kind of where it's like its feet are planted on the ceiling now, and it's right above Stephen Lancaster. It's not Lancaster. That is Silas's last name. It is, yes, Stephen
Game
Langton.
of Thrones.
Yeah, but yeah, and it's also Durundo's character in Roll for Weird, Stephen Langton. Yes, but that means this is the first time we get to actually go into an initiative order, which means in Shiver, how initiative works is there's just 3 groups of initiative. There is fast, medium, and slow. None of you 4 have any damage taken, right?
Correct.
So you all will be in medium speed, which is unfortunate because this thing is fast. So this thing will be first in initiative order. So we'll get right into it, and we'll have it just climb through the ceiling, walk up on the ceiling, and then it drops to the ground. And I think with it walking up along the ceiling and then dropping down, we'll have it that it drops directly onto Steven, smashes the desk into splinters, and has Steven like pinned to the ground. But I won't have it make any attacks at the moment. I think all that combined will be more than enough for its initiative. So now we will drop down to the medium initiative, which is all 4 of you, and all 4 of you will get to just it's very loosey goosey in this system, where you 4 get to decide whoever wants to go first, as long as you're in the right bracket.
How close are we to this thing? Because we were getting close to the front, right?
Yeah, it's probably about 30 feet away from you up on the dais now.
Oh, perfect.
You guys probably made it about halfway down the walkway and the pews before Dudley dropped that torch and started that big fire and put it out. So you're probably about 30 feet away from this thing.
Well, I hike up my robes and I pull out this crossbow.
Okay. You want to take a shot?
Guess I will take a shot.
Okay, so what stat is a crossbow, by the way? Is that wit?
Wits.
Probably? Wit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you tell me how many successes you have. So the way the combat in Shiver works is that every creature will have a CR, challenge rating, just like D&D. But their CR is also their armor class. So you have to roll that many successes to hit them. And then you just do however many damage your weapon does.
Okay. All right, I have 2 successes.
That will hit it. So what does that happen?
Does that happen? 6 piercing.
Whoa! Holy moly! That seems like a lot.
It's what it says.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, describe what that shot looks like.
Yeah, so I hike up my robes, very like kind of like Desperado style, and I immediately kneel down and sight down this what Corsair knew all along to be a Lugaroo, because he's from Alabama and he's heard of such things. They eat Catholics. They do. It's what they're for. They're for scaring people like a bad bedtime story, but they eat dishonest Catholics is part of like the legend. And then I sight down and I try to pop this thing right in the side, because I know a crossbow has some it has some impact to it. I want to get him off of Steven because he seems important. He's got this whole document thing going on, Might put down a bunch of laws that England will use until this very day.
Little things.
So,
little things.
That bolt goes right through it, and I really like the way that they do combat in Shiver. Again, first episode, brand new system. Want to make sure that we kind of articulate the rules as much as we can. So one thing that enemies get are reactions, and they're kind of, to you four, are gonna seem random almost, because it depends on what kind of attack you attack with. It depends on what kind of roll I make to defend against. But I rolled badly, and I rolled a luck, which means Corsair, you get lucky and you fire off this shot, and this thing is it's definitely the first time it's been hit this hard, and does not have any kind of reaction other than it being a little bit stunned. But the bolt does go through it and hits the wall opposite. What are you?
Corsair, I thought we weren't supposed to kill him.
Oh hell, with that Slugaroo.
Yeah, it's just people you don't need to kill or can't kill, aren't supposed to kill. This monster, in case I did not make it clear, whatever is killing the people in the past, you are for sure supposed to kill it.
I'm gonna pull out my short sword and hold it shakily in front of me.
Okay.
How far is this thing away from me?
About 30 feet, which you could make in your distance that you got.
I don't see him running across the room and attacking this devil creature.
No.
I do see him looking around and trying to observe the surroundings and try to figure something out. Is there how is it, like in the middle of the room, or is there like a lot of room around this thing, or is it like a closed in area?
He's up on the dais, but he is currently like over top of Steven, who you think you're supposed to be saving. There is a chandelier. There's actually like multiple chandeliers hanging all the way across this chapel. Mm-hmm. There is one above him, but it's also above Steven.
Right. Can I try to just use the little hook shot I brought and try to pull down the chandelier on him?
Yeah, again, he's
On the
right about
devil.
Steven.
Yeah, but there's a buffer in between, and that's a devil creature.
So
Yeah.
these things are probably made of like wrought iron, like in holding candles. It's not going to be a good day for
Yeah,
for
no, that
either
would
of
be
them.
a bad thing.
But you do you.
Perhaps I might be a little bit more helpful before that.
We can go in any order. So like if you so like Jeremy as Theodore, had this idea what he wants to do. Danny is Gwen. If you've got something that you think like, hey, I think this would be better to go first, it's fine. Like you guys can chat. You guys can interject in each other's turn and try to work out what order you want to go in.
I have this fun little amulet that has the potential to make him move away.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm going to look around the room and see if there's a basin of holy water.
I feel like if we could separate the two of them, then we could take out the monster without taking out the guy we're supposed to save.
Yes, that's perfect. I'm going to walk over to the basin of holy water, and I'm going to try to lift the little basin off the thing, the little gold plate.
It's actually up by on the dais. So a couple things are happening at the same time, but we do see Pappy walking up towards the dais and towards the where this creature is and where Steven is. And Pappy just lifts up the entire basin of holy water that's like front and center on the dais. Just as Gwen, what does this do again? This is the holy relic.
This is the holy relic, and it has a power and can keep dark creatures at bay. It's a heart. And it looks like it does soul damage, but also has an ability called Ward, and enemies targeted by the relic must make a CR1 heart check. If they fail, they have to use their next move action to move their full move distance directly away from me.
Gotcha. Okay, so they've got this thing. Okay. So let me roll its heart. It was a 0 and a 0. I don't know what would have happened if it rolled a strange. I don't know if it would have done anything, but it did roll 0 hearts. And it had 3 hearts.
On its next move, it has to move its full move distance away from me.
So I'm kind of envisioning you like holding up this amulet towards it, which means that you don't get to do the damage portion of your item because it had 2 things
so
you
it's
could do, right?
one or the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
So instead of doing the damage, you hold it up to kind of ward it away. Okay, so it's gonna be getting away from you its next turn, but not this turn though. So it's still over Steven. Okay. Pappy, you got this basin of holy water.
What was her name? Sister Mary Clarence. Is this good?
Yes, please do.
I'm like, you guys could use your real names but you all came up with random weird names. Now I cannot remember anybody's name.
I can't go around and say, hey, I'm Corsair. I might get shot.
Yeah.
That means I'm a pirate.
Okay, so Gwen, you nod at Pappy. You can splash it. Okay, you dump this thing of holy water onto this creature, and I'm trying to think what you would roll for that.
Probably strange, maybe.
Luck.
So my holy
Don't ask me because I'm gonna say luck every time.
Weapon, my holy relic is a holy type weapon, and it uses heart.
Heart. I think for this, it actually does make sense for it to be a strange. Because this is going to be a strange right here.
I am rolling strange. Okay, then.
So you can't fail and get Doom Clock points on this.
Well, I got 1 success and 1 strange.
Oh, okay. So, wait, 1 success and 1 strange? So
Because
1
it's
strange.
the same.
I got a grit, a strange, and a what is the other one? A wit in my roll.
So
it
yeah,
says
you got
1 successes and 1 strange.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have you upend this entire holy water basin on it, but you just you weren't quite able to get far enough, splash the water far enough to actually get onto the creature, because you did not meet its CR for either grit or strange.
Meant to do that. It'll step in it when you push it backwards.
It very well may. But at the moment, it looks like Pappy just kind of like dipped over this this basin of holy water. Theo, now what would you like to do?
I mean, does this creature seem pretty affected by this?
By the holy water? It did not get hit by the holy water.
Oh,
at
okay.
all,
Well, does it? What is it? Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not going to run over and attack this thing. Like he's just too cowardly, unless I see like a reason, like the situation has changed in some way.
It does look like it is scared or warded by Gwen, but it just hasn't had its turn, its reaction yet to flee from Gwen. But it definitely looks like it's about to start to move away.
Okay, I'm gonna like look around and are there any like where there's like the pair with the Bible and the hymn book that are like every few seats in the pews? Yeah. Can I grab like a Bible?
Yeah, sure.
I'll grab a Bible and just hold it out to a random page like a shield in front of me and be like, "All right, you monster, I have the power of Jesus Christ on my side." And I have a short sword up in the air.
Anime.
And I'm holding this Bible open and like slowly walking towards him, not like charging or anything.
Gotcha. Yeah. For flavor and theme, I will say that it doesn't seem like this thing cares about that at all, Theodore. Like you're like creeping up with the open Bible at it, and Bibles in this time are probably worth fucking houses. And B, this thing does not seem to give a shit about that. It seems to only care about this relic that Gwen had. But we will now go to its turn again. And with its turn, it is going to, what was it, Gwen? It's going to use its entire movement to...
Its entire movement to move its full move distance away from me.
Which I think the only way it can do that is by skittering up the far wall, up against the back, and going up towards the ceiling. Okay. Since you're coming down the pathway, and it wouldn't have anywhere to go because the wall's back there. So it's going to skitter up the wall. It's going to be back up on the ceiling now. But that's its entire turn. It doesn't do anything other than that. So now you four can, again, it does not have to be the same order that you took last time. It's just up to you four, however you want to deviate your turns.
Where's here? Free shot. Take it.
Well, I have to interact with an object to reload this thing, so...
So, again, combat in Shiver is you get one action, a movement, which, if you've got normal movement, it's 30 to 40 feet. It's very vague for movement. It's not like D&D. So you've got an action, a movement, and an interact. So you can use your interact, Corsair, to reload.
All right. I will reload. Apparently, I brought the right tool today, so I think Gwen's got the better tool in her pocket, though, which is probably that dagger. But that means fighting a werewolf, straight up. And that sounds bad. So,
Yeah, no.
so I will slam in another bolt, and I'll get 3 successes.
Whoa!
Here we are.
Nice.
Here we are.
There we go.
Let me look up crits one more time, really quick. I think you need double. So the way that critical hits work in this game is that a critical hit occurs when a character succeeds in a skill check, striking an enemy with 2 more successes than needed. So it will not be a crit, but you will hit. So go ahead, and how much damage is that again? Is it the same
6.
flat? So that is going to hit again this thing, and wow, hits it. The arrow goes through the ceiling and pins to the opposite wall, and there's like no. It's not quite directly above you all, but this arrow going through, there's no like blood spatter, no blood spray, no blood dripping down from the ceiling. However, this thing did actually, luckily, roll a reaction strike. And that was a wit roll, right?
Yes.
So, as this thing's hit and struck, it's actually going to drop down from the ceiling a good 60 feet above, hit the ground. Doesn't seem to affect, like the impact doesn't seem to affect it at all. And
Superhero landing.
Yeah, it's like as soon as it hits the ground, it's just going to charge and hit. So this says the closest melee, but I think you all are, except for Pappy and Theodore, I think it's between Corsair and Gwen. I'm picturing Pappy and Theodore were a little bit closer to like the dais, and Gwen and Corsair were a little bit further back. This thing fell a little bit further back. I'm gonna roll a d2 and see who it hits.
Well, it hits the ground. Oh shit!
Corsair. Yeah, Corsair. You fire this shot up at it, and as soon as it hits it, it like drops from the ceiling, slams into the ground. Some dust gets kicked up, and then it's going to slash at you with its like backwards limbs, and slash you for it. That is going to be for 2 blunt damage. And now it's up on you and Gwen. So now, whatever you other 3 would like to do. So Gwen, you're up on it. Theodore and Pappy are further behind it at the dais.
Yeah, I don't think I really have any chance of actually hitting it with the dagger.
It is up on you, though.
I got an idea.
What's your idea, Pappy?
I just book it and try to like grab onto its neck.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So I think what this would boil down to in terms of mechanics for Shiver, it would be to help everybody else by you, because there's not like a grapple, so I think instead it would be like you helping everybody else. But to do that, to grant everybody else a help, you would need to roll a grit check.
Okay, I can do that.
Remember, you got any luck banked?
I do.
Okay, you may want to cash in all of those also.
I'm gonna use my 2 lucks.
So you just add that to your core skill.
Okay, so instead of 3, I roll
5.
5.
Yes.
Okay, so I just changed this to 5 and then
Yep.
hit the button. 3 successes and 2
Woo!
hearts.
Ooh.
Okay,
We want to
so
do this.
So yeah, so you've got enough successes so that you are able to grab onto the back of this this monstrosity, and you're kind of you are pretty high up in the air at the moment.
Somebody count to 8.
And at that, so Gwen and Theodore, anything you want to do, we'll actually give you a major advantage, which means that you get to add a talent die to whatever roll you end up coming up with to try.
Yeah, I think this is the moment that Theodore is waiting for, the sort of situation change that he could finally strike. And so he's going to run up from behind it now that he sees Pappy hanging off of this creature and attempt to stab it with his short sword.
Okay. Yeah. So I think that's probably a grit, right?
Yeah, the fist.
So add a talent die to it.
Okay.
Which is the small oval at the bottom.
Okay. Oh, just add 1. Okay.
Yep.
And I get 2 successes and 2 strange.
You got it. You don't need to worry about the stranges. You've got it with the 2 successes. How much damage does your sword do?
All of it.
That's all of it. I think it's 4.
Ooh, dang! See, so like I'm still like adjusting.
Yeah,
to,
4
like, how
sharp.
much, I'm like adjusting like how much damage you all are gonna be doing per turn. So like when Ernest did like what was it like 6 damage per shot or something, I was like, whoa, seems like a lot. But yeah, so I'm still adjusting. So yeah, you're able. You can describe that how you sneak up behind it and you stab it.
Well, now that I see Pappy hanging off this thing's neck, and it's, it was already kind of distracted as it was going after Gwen, and now that Pappy's dangling off of it, I figured it's not paying attention to me at all. So I just dropped that Bible on the ground and just come running up and stab it right in the side of its lanky stomach.
It's like flailing around, trying to look around to try to like react and make a counterattack towards you, but like with Pappy on its neck, it's just it's swimming. It like does not know what to do. Gwen, what would you like to do?
I want to use my amulet again, but I want to try and damage it with the amulet this time.
Okay.
So I'll use the talent die.
Yeah, add 1 to your talent die, which I think you probably still have a really good roll for.
That is 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, how much damage does that do?
That is 3 soul damage.
So that bypasses any kind of armor or anything and pierces right to it. What does that? So what does that amulet look like?
It actually looks very much like what I've got. It is, it's just a shiny round circle, and inside of it, there is. We're going to say it's a body part of a holy figure, as well as some blessed timepieces, because we're all about traveling through time. And she just grabs onto it, and the power sort of radiates out from her.
Okay. Yeah, and with this thing trying to shake off Pappy, it starts to like stumble back and actually pins its back up against the wall and pinning Pappy up against the wall also. It's its turn, and it's going to let out this. It's painful. It sounds like a wail. It sounds like this loud howl. And all of you will need to please make a fear check, which is a strange check. So whatever your strange stat is, please roll that. So now this is where you actually want strange.
Of course it is.
Well, Pappy got 1. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got it. So you got 1. So you're good. You're not afraid. Which is funny because you're like on the back of this thing's neck, and somehow with it roaring, you're still good. Gwen, it looked like you said you got 0 strange.
0 strange.
which means you will have failed this fear check. So not only will we tick the doom clock up by 2 minutes, you will also be feared now. Do you know what feared means?
Yes. It means that I lose 1 core skill point from every skill area until the effect is broken.
Yes, which is pretty bad. And then Corsair and Theodore.
I have 2 successes.
Okay, you're good. You're not afraid. Not afraid at all. Theodore, you afraid?
Theodore stabs this thing and then jumps back like a whole bunch of cockroaches just leaped at him or something because I failed. So
Okay.
he definitely is afraid.
Okay, so we are at 20 minutes on the doom clock now. But that was this thing's turn, was to do that whale. So we're back to you four. However you four would like to try to
look
handle
around.
this.
Oh hell, is Gwen's is the dagger like visibly on Gwen somewhere?
Yeah,
and, like it can be seen.
Yeah, it's on her hip. It's very easy to grab. It's just tucked in her belt.
Hell, give me that. All right, I guess I'm gonna go try and I look around. I'm frantic because things look like they're going sideways. It just howled. I grabbed this dagger, and I guess I gotta make way for this werewolf before it crushes Pappy on the wall.
Okay. Yeah. So I think a dagger is probably grit check. I would imagine.
It's actually a grit or a
wit.
wit.
Oh, cool. You get to choose. Nice. I like that. I really like this system. If you guys couldn't tell, we made a whole show based off of this system.
Okay, I have 2 strange, 1 success, but I'm gonna call in Deus Ex Machina, which is my survivor skill. I can reroll any failed skill roll with +1 skill die.
Cool.
Oh, that's what we needed. 4.
4. What stat did you roll for that? Because that's actually going to be a crit.
Wits, because I couldn't have gotten 4 on anything else.
So that means that, let me go to the crits, because every kind of crit is different. So you said wit, right?
Yep.
You actually get a crit, so that means your fast hands allow you to strike again. Roll another strike attack.
Oh.
I really like that yeah, the crit, if you crit on grit, wit, smarts, heart, luck, or strange, it's different between whatever.
All right, two successes and 1 strange.
That's gonna hit, so those both hit. So how much damage you do? You're able to somehow wield 2 strikes against this thing and stab it twice.
Well, see here. A dagger does 2, and then its CR check against sharp damage is CR2 instead of whatever it would be, and if it fails, it actually gets bleed.
Oh, let me look up what bleed does. I believe it just takes 1 damage per its turn.
And the weapon is made of silver because I think she picked the silver dagger. So
Yep.
Yeah. So everybody roll me a smart check real quick. Don't worry, I don't think we're gonna hit 30 minutes on the doom clock tonight. So I think even if you fail, Quinn,
1 success.
Okay.
Too strange.
Okay. We could hit it. Who knows? I mean, we're at 22 minutes. We're only looking for 1 success. So, a couple things. Bleed just means that. It's not in the. Let me pull it up real quick. I'm pretty sure it just means that it takes that much damage per its turn. Yeah. They just take when it gets to its turn, it'll take a lot of damage. So
Yeah, so it says if it fails, it gets bleed 2 instead of bleed 1.
Ooh, nice. So that means it's gonna take 2 bleeds. So when it gets to its turn, it's gonna take 2 more damage. But everybody that rolled, at least one smarts check, we ticked up the doom clock a bit. May not hit 30 minutes tonight. We're at 22 minutes though, so maybe we will. But everybody that got at least one on that check, you would know that, you've spent a little bit of time investigating and reading some books while waiting for this hunt to happen. And if this was like a true werewolf, which you don't know if you really believe in werewolves or not.
Oh, I do.
Obviously, silver would do bonus damage. This thing didn't seem to react any more than just a regular dagger would have been. It did seem like it, specifically hated it being a silver dagger. We'll just say that. Who has not went this turn yet?
Theodore will. Oh, you haven't gone yet, Daniel?
Oh, go ahead.
I don't think Pappy did either. I think all three of you guys.
I think
got
it was
a turn.
just Corsair so far.
Yeah.
Theodore will see Pappy dangling off of him, and he's like has his hands around his neck, right, like near his head. And I'm gonna be like, Pappy, and I'm gonna, with my interaction, I'm gonna hand him the rat poison.
Oh yeah, great idea.
And I'm gonna reach up and be like, here, and like hand him the rat poison, and then with my actual action, I'm gonna try to stab this thing again with my reduced grit, which is not great.
Oh yeah, because you're afraid. So yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, one success.
Oh, that's not enough.
Oh no,
that's not enough.
But 0 strange.
So yeah, that is a very valid interact for you to pass the rat poison to Pappy. But yeah, your strike, you're not able to. You're probably a little bit, you're still shaken from that thing's roar, still visibly like vibrating from fear. But you missing means that it does not take a reaction against you, at least. And Pappy, you now have a vial of rat poison. What's this? What is it? Is it a cereal box of rat poison? Vial of rat poison?
Decon, the very best.
It's like a little capsule thing.
Okay.
Pappy knows that it's Pappy's favorite rat poison. He's the one that picked it and put it in the bag.
Yep.
He knows how to use it.
It's like you ever seen those belts full of grenades?
Yeah.
It's a whole belt of decon. Just
okay. Yeah. Pappy fucking hates his rats.
I'm gonna try to shove this into the rat's mouth. It's not a rat, but it's furry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go for it. Roll a shit. What would that be? That is
not a werewolf. It's a were-rat.
That's a good question.
I think it would take a lot of luck to do that. You should have me roll luck to see how lucky I am.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it would mostly be luck because it's not really strength smashing this in the mouth. Not really wit trying to get it just in the right spot. I think it really would be luck.
Also,
the luck's coming back with his fingers.
Yeah. It's how
the
lucky
lucky
you
part.
can be to get this thing in the right spot. And
Okay, so I have a quick question because apparently I have a talent die in this.
Yeah.
So it rolled a 2-star
That's
white
2
die
successes.
Oh.
on top of the 2 luck that I rolled.
So you got a 4, so you critted.
And then 1 strange.
So we don't have to worry about the strange.
Okay.
So you
Crit
critted.
the rat poison.
You critted with the rat poison. Let me pull up the crits again because
Pappy's secret mix.
like I said, every kind of roll has their own crit. And luck is
My specialty.
Oh, that means, Joe, roll your luck pool just your luck pool. We don't. Oh, I think we do add your talent die also. And every single luck die you're about to roll is going to be an extra damage to your attack, which is pretty cool. I like this a lot.
When you say luck pool,
just click the luck button and we'll count the talent and the core.
the luck button. I don't see I see luck underneath the.
So like.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, the green.
Like
the big green
Yeah.
circle.
Okay, and then roll the regular.
And how
roll.
many shamrocks did you get?
That's 2.
Okay,
Two
so that's gonna be 2 bonus damage. Wait, do we have a damage for this thing? I don't think we do we?
Well,
Okay.
critical poison.
Critical. So this thing is about to take. Okay, I got a couple things I need to look up real quick, because +2 damage. Okay. Hey Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Describe this killing blow.
Okay, so holding on to this thing, Theo hands me up the poison, and I just whip it around and shove it in the mouth. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. And I just start petting it until it drops. And there's foam coming out of its mouth.
So, when
It worked.
When you shove this belt of poison into its mouth, and it all shatters, you don't see any foam or anything coming from its mouth. You hear the breaking of glass, and you hear the liquid spilling, and as it does, like, you feel yourself like also dropping towards the floor, and you hit the ground, and the body kind of like splays out, and then almost like acid, it like dissolves into the ground.
I get up.
Yeah, it's like purple acid going down into the ground and bubbles until there's no remnant of it at all. And you all hear Benjamin in your bracelets. Hey y'all, y'all doing okay? How's it going over there?
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we killed it.
Oh, that's right. We have to use our bracers. Copy. Do we have to say copy? Over. Is it 10-4?
Wait, did you figure it out and kill the thing or not?
Yeah, that's it over there on the ground. It's that bubbly, oozy stuff.
And as you pointed at Theodore, there is no oozy stuff left. It's just like some of the flooring has been eaten away, but like there's no more liquid, there's no more foam or anything. It's just like a little bit of the ground's been eaten away, but other than that, there's nothing left.
We'll call that a success.
We think we killed it.
Okay, should I? Y'all want to come? Y'all ready to come back? You got a couple more hours, or I can just like pull you back.
Should we move away from the people that see us?
Yeah, probably like go around the corner so no one sees you,
Yeah.
and then I can bring you back.
Let's do that.
Oh, the Steven! The Steven! Is he alive?
He is still alive. He is.
Oh,
He looks
Okay.
shaken but not stirred.
Good. Steven, don't let failure keep you down. Let's go, guys.
Okay. As you four leave the cathedral, go around the corner, and then you feel that same kind of. It feels like you're, being decompressed again, but this time instead of erupting into a big pile of straw and hay, you land with a thud onto the hard steel floors of the of the watch headquarters.
Yeah. Benjamin, we're gonna need some padding in here.
Yeah, some Pepto Bismol.
Oh, padding and Pepto would be
Yeah.
really good idea. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Add that to
We're
the
learning
list.
as we go. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Remember when I asked if you'll get nauseous? The answer is yes. You get
Yeah.
nauseous.
Yeah, that's true. You will, I guess, based on your face, Theo. You look very green. Hey, Corsair, how you doing? You look like you're pretty beat up.
Yep. Everything's awful. Yeah, it's fine. Just just one whole werewolf. That's it. Just yep.
You may
We're
want to
serious,
go
dude.
to.
He's a survivor. He's not gonna give up.
Well, either way, you might want to go to the med bay at least and just get a little bit of stitches, some medicine, some ibuprofen maybe.
Yeah. I'm kidding.
But I'm hearing from the higher ups that like things are looking pretty good. Looks like not a whole lot has changed, other than this stable boy Ambrose being killed. He was supposed to die at a pretty young age anyway, just naturally. You know how it is in the 1200s. So yeah, it looks like you guys nailed it. Good, really good first mission, everybody.
Yay.
Claps all around.
Maybe we can have like a pool party in the lounge.
I'm good at
Or-
billiards. Yes, let's do that.
Oh,
You know-
billiards party. I meant like
Why don't
yeah.
that's probably not the best for Corsair with his open wounds.
No, we got to get him patched up first, but that should be pretty minimal.
Yeah. How about we celebrate with some padding on the floor? I think that might be a better.
Okay, we'll have a padding party. Add some mats down. Yeah, I like it. Hey, if y'all want, we can just like, I mean, it's only like 3 a.m. right now. If you guys aren't tired, we could just go like watch a movie.
Yes, apparently Theo needs to watch some and catch up.
Yeah, Theo, you got a movie you want?
I don't know. What should I watch? Happy, you
Mine-
seem to know the best, right?
Well, I think if we're gonna get you caught up with all these pop references, we need to start with. Do we have Disney Plus here?
Oh, we got Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu, YouTube Plus.
Theo, there's so much.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stick around while y'all ride in front of that box.
Yeah.
Well,
What are you saying yeah for? You live in the box.
I know, but I think I'm
All
just
on the
gonna go.
TikTok doing the whatever, the Snapchat.
Exactly. I'm gonna go and record a vlog about all of this and let them watch
that-
their
is
movies.
that
Did
safe?
you invent
You
the
can't-
TikToks?
I did not invent the TikToks, but boy, I got in on the first floor.
how did we
You
forget?
can't just talk
Caleb?
about werewolves on TikTok, right? You can't just do that, right?
Well, I mean, they
like,
won't
no,
believe
please
her
don't.
anyway.
Please don't talk
Yeah.
about any of this stuff on TikToks, please, Gwen and Caleb,
It's
who we
just a
forgot
personal
about the
vlog.
entire
It's
night.
fine.
Yeah, I don't know how we forgot about Caleb all night.
He didn't even go with us. He just stayed behind.
Yeah, I guess he stayed
He probably
behind.
did.
He forgot to put his bracelet on in time. But either way, we'll end with Pappy and Theodore watching some Disney Plus, Corsair and Gwen hanging out, and Corsair is probably gonna be mostly getting bandaged up because I think he got hurt pretty bad that one. But hey, everybody, thank you so much for watching and or listening if you're listening to this podcast of episode 1 and 2. Again, if podcast of Doom Clock. Hope you all enjoyed it. I had an absolute blast. I cannot wait for episode 2, Hunt 2 of Doom Clock. Super excited to try out some different time periods with this group. Don't want to spoil what the next time period is going to be just yet. So we'll get to that here in a couple weeks. But let's go around the table. We're going to reverse order that we did the intros for to like plug whatever we want. So Joe, what would you like to talk about tonight?
Hey, I'm Pappy. Check out thenerdasylum.com. We have a whole bunch of shows and podcasts, and we're raising money for Extra Life, Riley Children's Hospital. It's a good time. And yeah, thanks for having me.
They really do have a lot of shows and podcasts. I know. I can't wait. Hey, we'll loop back around to Gwen, aka Danny.
Hi, I am Danny, and you can find me hanging out here at the Majestic Goose Network quite a bit. I think next up is going to be on Tuesday. We're having another episode of That's Pretty Crafty, and DB is not taking part, but I have Dustin who's going to be hanging out and co-hosting, and we're going to be talking all about Star Wars. So that should be a lot of fun.
I'm very excited for that, and Dustin is very nervous about that. Yeah, he's super, super nervous, but also very excited for it.
It's going to be great.
We'll hop up to Corsair, aka Hollow Invective.
Hey everybody, I'm Hollow Invective. You can find me around here on the Majestic Goose Network, doing one-shots or doing Doom Clock, and because of some internal incentive, I will be getting back to my own channel streaming very soon. So I guess stay tuned for that. And you can find me on Twitter at Hollow Invective. You can see that down below. And next.
Yeah, if you're watching or listening to this, go to twitch.tv/Hollow Invective and go ahead and give him a follow, because whatever is coming next is going to be fucking amazing. I can guarantee that. And we'll go over to Jeremy. Jeremy, I'm sorry, I forgot to fix your Twitter handle. It says Tabletop Jeremy instead of at Tabletop Jeremy. So it is actually at Tabletop Jeremy, not Tabletop.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Jeremy, and you can find me doing all these one-shots on the Majestic Goose Network. Obviously, you can find me here. You can also find me on Roll for Weird, where I play Shadow. You can find me on Dice Talk, which I do with Gerundu. It's like an interview talk show type podcast where we talk about tabletop topics. That's currently on summer break. It should be back towards the end of July, maybe the first week of August. And you can also find me as the DM of Eclipse. Eclipse is a sci-fi fantasy space D&D adventure, and Adam plays with us, and we got a lot of great people on there playing. And that is not on summer break. That is still coming out every other week, so make sure you check out Eclipse. And other than that, just keep tuning into the Majestic Goose Network.
Yeah, and before we go, again, you can go to majesticgoose.com, and that website has our merch shop. It's got information about all of our different Twitch streams and podcasts. Definitely, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the Doom Clock podcast feed. So right now we only have the prologue up, but very soon, within like the next probably 4 days, we are going to be putting up this this with edited and with music and sound effects. We want to hit the ground running with that podcast stream. So go and hey, thank you so much for subscribing, K Valentine NA, for 2 months. But yeah, if you've got Apple Podcast or I think that's what it's called, subscribe to Doom Clock and give us a 5-star rating and review. It's going to help us so much in the early months. It's really the way that they do their algorithms is the newer the show, the more kind of weight that they add to podcast ratings and reviews. So please do that. And also subscribe, because whether you're watching this live or on podcast, it's going to be 2 vastly different experiences. One's going to be very edited. One's going to be live with us in costumes. So both ways are going to be very fun to watch. Other than that, my wife just started video game streaming at that_Brittany. Her name is spelled weird. It is BRITANY. And yeah. I've got a lot of shows, so I can't plug them all. Just go to majesticgoose.com or join our Discord, bit.ly/halfway to Discord. And Johnny said Conan time. Johnny, it's probably bedtime for me. I'm very, very intoxicated. So we will see you all soon. Don't know exactly when the next Doom Clock is going to be, because Danny is going to be coming down to Ohio with us on the day that the next Doom Clock is supposed to be. But also Dragon Bait is too. So we don't know quite if we're going to do that live on that night or not. But we will post on Twitter and in our Discord when we're going to go live next. So we'll let you all know. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for playing. I had a ton of fun. I hope you did too.
Oh, yeah.
We will see you all next time in whatever time period we end up in. Bye, everybody.